Okay, let's do this shit. So, pausing the game, we can go over the matchups and the loading screen. Sway. Neat. So, Swain versus Fiora top. Swain's early is complete ass. He has setup, but it's extremely targeted, and Fiora has the ability to simply parry it and stun one or both of you. He generally won't be a very good gank unless Fiora is super overextended and your damage alone can kill her, because Swain will likely not be doing that great. They both want to scale, except Fiora's early is a little bit better than his is. Mid lane, Syndra versus Kennen. Kennen can be a challenge to gank because he becomes extremely dangerous when you get close to him. However, Syndra has extremely high damage and a CC follow-up if she can land it. So, the success of ganking this lane will depend on how far Kennen is pushed up and how fed the two of you are. If Kennen gets ahead, he'll be able to 2v1 because he has extremely high AoE. Bot lane. Kindred. What? I think it's Kindred. Is it Kindred?
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Okay, it is Kindred bot. Okay.
30 seconds until
So
minions
Kindred
spawn.
bot. Kindred is not extremely strong laner. She has some mobility, but she has like one dash every 2 seconds if she has W up. If she doesn't have it up, she has one dash every 9 seconds, which is complete ass. And while Brahm's peeling is okay, you have a very terrifying setup lane. You have a Jhin Thresh who snowball extremely hard, both of whom have really terrifying setup, to be honest. Like Jhin has his W, potentially his E, Thresh has QE, and both of their ults are really good at stopping these two. This will be a super nice lane to gank if you can have your team land their CC and have you follow up. After you farmed up a bit, this would be a good lane to camp, to be honest. I would be putting my sights on this one. The final thing is Renekton jungle. Renekton is something that is usually not taken in the jungle because he has much higher potential in lanes. However, Renekton jungle is not trash. The strength of Renekton jungle is like Renekton's top lane, in which he has terrifying early game damage and abilities. I would be extremely scared of an invade. I would do the thing where I do my Krug. When I try to do my red, I stand between the red and the wall, and I ward over into this bush. And I take extreme care when doing my clear, because I know Renekton might be looking to invade me. And if he does, you will never be able to duel him in this early game. You will straight up die. Oh, 1 second.
Minions have spawned.
Let's see how he plays. This path is fine, but one thing that a lot of Yi players will do, or a good potential path for Yi, is to go from Krugs to Raptors and then to Red. Because what this does is you take relatively little damage from the Raptors. Are they even up? Yeah, they're up. But you take relatively little damage from the Raptors because you can AoE them down pretty quickly with your Q. And the big Raptor alone has 45 attack damage. This only has 45 attack damage compared to other camps like 70 or something. And the other part of this benefit is when you do Raptors to red, you finish Raptors and come to red, you'll have Smite up for red, and that'll restore a huge chunk of your health. You'll be much healthier in your clear. However, what you did not do here was taking care for an invade. If Renekton had popped out of this bush, you would have instantly died. Not only do you get extremely low during this clear, I also do not see reason to do a buff-to-buff clear on Yi. Your priority is farming up, not getting your buffs and then ganking. Because let's be honest, at this point, you're not going to gank for shit. even the lanes aren't in that great a position. Top looks threatening. Mid, it's actually doing okay, but you are super low, and your early damage is actually pretty much shit. So let's see what you're doing. Wow, your Jhin gets a solo kill without his support. That doesn't make any sense. Let's see what you're doing here. I don't know what you're doing here. You're trying to invade? Let's back this up and see why this was a really shitty idea. Okay. So, at this point, you should have not even come to this Scuttle Shrine. First reason is, this spots you. The enemy team now knows where you are. Second of all, you're at 250 health. You're not going to be ganking jack shit. Top lane, if you try to gank it, one or both of you will die, most likely. Mid lane, how are you going to gank this? He's hugging his tower. And if you try to tower dive, you're probably just going to die. He's going to be playing safe enough that you're not going to be able to get anything, I think. And then you sit in here and you meditate. And then you come here even though you know he's probably not going to be here. You're wasting your time here. Oh my god. Wow, he's bad. Let's see how much time that cost you. You go straight for the top, it looks like. Yeah, this is actually a good thing. Oh my god. What the fuck? Are you okay? Let's pretend that didn't happen. And you tax your laner for no reason whatsoever. He's already behind. Okay, let's back it up to when you last did a camp. Nope. 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 You finished your last camp at, let's see, 3 minutes 27 seconds. Let's go to, did I fuck it up? No, I didn't. The next time you take a camp is 5. The next time you start taking camp is 5 minutes. You waste like a minute and a half. You blow Renekton's flash, which shouldn't have worked because he used it that only succeeded because he's retarded. Then this one, let's not comment on this one. You fail, your laner will die. Yep, that seems about right. You waste a minute and a half before going here. At this point, top was a mediocre gank, mid was impossible gank. If you want to gank at all, you probably should have meditated in here and then just go top directly. And queued after her instead of minion. But as it turns out, you waste a minute and a half instead of clearing. In the time that it took you to do all of that, you could have backed, full cleared, backed, done, and be on your way on a second full clear. And the only reason you're not horribly behind, like you should be, is because you taxed the shit out of your laner. And now he's dead. Well. You're going for a gank? Like what is there, like again, what is there to gank here? Mid's super pushed in. You can't reach it. Bot's also super pushed in. Like looking at just the position of the lanes, there's no way you could have done anything. As soon as you walk through here, they just back up, they're out. Unless your team lands their CC perfectly. And as it turns out, they don't even need you at this point. Also, you haven't backed, you've got over 1,000 gold in the bank. You have a camp that you haven't taken. You've taken 3 camps in the past 3 minutes. This one, and this one, I think. Actually, more like 2.5 minutes, but you get the point. And you are, I do not know why you are. you see how low you get during your clear? What do you think happens if a Renekton finds you? Yeah, see, like that. You cannot fight him. This is way too dangerous of invade. If he had popped up literally a second sooner, you would have died for sure. You surviving this is complete luck. Invading is good, but not careless invading. What you did here was an extremely careless invade. You do not have your lanes backing you up. They are over here and here. You are all alone. You are a level 4. You were a level 4 Yi who had not backed to buy anything at that point. The fact that you got this was literally all luck. Level-wise, you should be higher because Yi wants to power farm. You should have gotten level 6 like 20 seconds ago. That's what Yi usually wants to do. Let's see what you do. Bad clear pattern, you should have gone. Gromp blue, wolves, raptors, red, Krugs, and then along the way, if there are ganks, you can go for those. What you do here is you do Gromp, you do wolf to Gromp, blue. You try to give us your mid laner. Okay, do you see the problem with trying to give this to your mid laner? Do you know how fucking long you had to wait for this shit? Let's see.
One strike.
Syndra backed. There is no chance in hell she's going to be around to get this from you. What you're going to do here is waste a shit ton of time. Because you're not going to be able... You don't really want to spend that much time tanking this until she gets here, right? How long is this going to take? Okay, that takes you like half a minute. What you can do instead is leave the blue up, go somewhere else, and give it to her at a later time. It's perfectly fine to do that. I don't think you want to fight this. Okay, that's pretty unfortunate. They're just gonna back out. The reason that was bad is because you guys were there fighting before Syndra was able to come up. Let's look at this. Like, Syndra goes towards mid first before roaming up. You guys go in. You also don't respect the fact that Fiora was already 1-0. And that Swain was completely out of mana. 0. He has 0 mana. He has a mage. He's going to smack them with his measly 70 damage autos every 0.7 sec. Yeah, every 0.7 seconds or whatever. As long as they back out, you lost. It appears they're retarded. Anyway, what do you do here? You buy boots. Okay. You start to head toward the top. Okay, you start heading towards this when you are at base. This has already been stalemating for like 20 seconds. It's gonna take you like half a minute to walk all the way up here. By the time you get here, everyone will either be dead or everyone will be gone. There's like no chance, reasonably, that they're gonna do this. So you just farm. It's probably fine. No, you're gonna go top. What gives you the impression they're still here? They're not here. Okay, this invade is decent. It's still risky because you don't know what connected them. But it's an okay invade. But you should not be invading any further than this. I would get the fuck out right now. was unfortunate. Let's see. I'm not sure why you ran top and you didn't go into your own jungle. You ran directly into Fiora. Also remember that your Swain's not very strong. He's got 2 D-rings, and that's all he has. He's probably not going to be able to match up to Renekton Fiora. What you should have done instead... The invade was not the most horrible thing we've seen, but it was also pretty suboptimal because from here you walk all the way to here, and if you were going to play safe, you would go all the way back here. This distance right here, walking this is walking like over half the map's distance in length. It's not an efficient farm path, even if you deny him a little bit. I don't think it's worth it. Also, you are pretty behind. You are level 7 compared to your mid lane's level 9. Their top lane's level 9. Renekton is 6 because he's really bad. You should not be comparing yourself to the enemy jungler to find your efficiency. You should have just gone to full clear your jungle because all your camps were up. It's an easy choice. You're Yi. You can afford to do that because you are the champ who wants to farm up and do damage. That's all you need to do. You go directly to red. You can't contest track. Give it up. Red's fine. Okay, never mind. They didn't take it. So what are you gonna do here? You're gonna go Krugs to full. Oh my god, what are you doing? You attempted 1v2? You attempt to 1v2! Okay, you have no map awareness, do you? Look at your closest teammates. Your Thresh is over here. Your Jhin is way over here. You are alone, son. You have no one helping you. You are barely higher level than the Kindred. She's 04, but you're 02. And there's 2 of them. Yeah, that was straight up bad. Okay, none of that was you. None of what happens here is you. It's a 2 for 1, but the way that it happens is you being really bad. If that makes sense. Your Jhin pulls this off because he's fed as shit. He is the same level as your top laner, and he is a person sharing EXP. He was 4-1. He is now literally all of your team's kills. What I'm saying is that was a really retarded decision by you to go in alone, because you just died for free there almost. You cannot say that this was a bait for your team because they weren't close enough reasonably for that to be qualified as a bait. And using your own death as a bait usually isn't that good of an idea anyway. And look, oh my god, are you shitting me? What a fucking beast, dude. Now, holy shit, go full clear. You were level 7 at 14 minutes. You should have been level 7 at 9 minutes. At this point, you should be level 9 or 10. That's how little you're farming. And again, you should be starting at Wolves or starting at Raptors for the majority of your clear. Like what do you do here? You clear your entire top side, but now you're stuck in top lane. Do you want to gank this? It's an okay gank. But what if, for example, this lane had been pushed all the way over here? What would you have done? You would have had to walk all the way halfway across the map to your next camp to be able to farm. Also here, let's see what happens. Whoops. Okay, good gank. Now you want to immediately push this in, and then take this tower, and then invade him. Because Renekton is here, taking advantage of you on the other side of the map to do dragon. Let's see what you do with Julian. Okay, so it does not appear you're going to be able to get this first tower because it's so full house. What you do now is you immediately invade. You can try for the tower, but I don't think you'll be able to get it. Wait, what the fuck? Oh my god, you're going to be able to get it. It'll be close. No, you're not going to be able to get it. Okay, so hero's TP. Yeah, you did not notice this for some reason. Okay, I was right the first time. This was not a tower you should have gone for because it's so high health. Because you have no AD, and because Swain has no AD. He is not the strongest pushers of he is not one of the stronger pushers of towers. In fact, he sucks dick at pushing towers. Instead, you should have just taken all of Renekton's jungle, gotten yourself ahead of him, putting him a little more behind. Like, this would have been a really good choice if you had some more AD. Like, if you had built an AD item, and your top laner had been something like an Irelia, you would have been able to take the tower, but you were not able to, because of those reasons. And your top lane's dead again. Literally, the only thing keeping you guys in this game is fucking ADC. Oh my god. What a beast.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
And they get the tower. Now they invade your jungle. What you should not be doing is stepping any foot in this jungle. What are you doing? No, I'm just gonna fast forward to when you first get up again. There you go.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
You push top out, that's fine. You can get a tower and then leave. That's good.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Now you farm his. You know you need to be. Oh my god, you didn't see Fiora. Okay, this is probably fine. Even though it's a shame that you didn't get to take any of his camps. Probably want to ping your team back. This is a pretty retarded siege, okay. You should have gone towards mid just now. The reason being, your team has started fighting. If you had noticed this, you would have been much better. But you're stuck bot and you have no impact on this at all. Now this is some real big shit, right? It takes you way too long to get here. If you had gotten here earlier, your Jhin would not have died and you've gotten a clean ace. Or not an ace, but you know, you would have killed them all. Nice job, nice job. Tower, get the tower. Get the second tier 2. Kill his ass. Okay, good shit, good shit. Push it into T2, go invade his jungle. No, 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 no. Nope, you should have pushed this into T2 so that they're forced to respond to it. And then you should have invaded his jungle. Because he just died! This is free! You should have taken this. And then you should have backed, and then you should have full cleared your own jungle. And then you would be able to afford a shit ton of items. The other thing about your build is... why do you have Merc Treads? I honestly don't know why you have Merc Treads. Like, the only magic damage threat is Cannon. And while they have Braum for CC, if you're hit by Braum CC and you get this, they get the stun off, you're probably dead anyway, because you're squishy as fuck. here you would either want to go for Tab Eyes to mitigate all the damage from Fiora and from Renekton, or you would have gone for Zerkers to increase your own damage. But you miss an opportunity here to invade his jungle, and then you go top. Yeah, just push it out. Yeah, just straight up farming sides is getting you back into the game. You should not keep pushing. For that reason. Even this one was almost a super sketchy push because Kennen was already heading up for you. But the fact that you kept pushing killed you completely. Yeah. No. The other thing about your build is, I don't know if it's efficient. You have 108 AD, while your Blood Razor does give you some on-hit damage. You would probably want to go for like an AD item next, instead of a crit cloak. If you could, you would have gone for a... You could have. If you could, you should have... I think you should have gone straight for a... whatchamacallit? You should have gone for pickaxe. This is 30% crit. This is another 20% crit. 50% crit. 20% more crit is not worth the 25 bonus damage every 0.6 seconds that you're going to get from a pickaxe. Because attack damage and attack speed are multiplicative. When you get too much of one, it starts becoming inefficient. But if you have a lot of one and you get the other, the efficiency of the other becomes super efficient. So you should have gone for a straight AD here. Let's see what you do next.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
Teammates, what are you doing?
A summoner has disconnected.
Oh god. Okay, let's watch
Blue
your team
team's turret
carry
has
this.
been destroyed.
What you would be doing is just power farming. Let's get ahead. Like you're level 12 at 24 meds. It's not reasonable. In really bad games, you could have been level 16. That's not reasonable to expect. Also because you've been dying a lot, and you haven't been farming your jungle a lot. And interesting. And now you want to be with them. And if the fight breaks out, you want to be with them. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Look at this! If you were here, this is a penta. Oh my god. Your team only gets 2 of them. Okay. The reason you got that one was because of luck. This one was fine. And now you let Pursuer push it in, you invade, you take the entire jungle. All of it. Take it. Take it! Prioritize the... yeah. Back off! Back off! God fucking damn it! There's no reason for you to keep going there. Your teammate's gone. They're all up. They're responding. You're like, you were 4 and 5 with a lot of unspent gold. You could have just taken this and left. Here, Scuttle, push out bot, go straight to
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Did you miss it?
I don't know why you stand still randomly. Take this, it's free. What are you doing? Get the fuck out of here. Team is just carrying the shit out of me this game. There's nothing more to say about this game. You've gotten your ass carried super hard. You made almost no impact on the game by yourself. So, mistakes you made. There are so many of them. One of them is you waste a shit ton of time. Big example being you finish your clear and you think, oh, now what? There's nothing to clear. I should start ganking. That's the wrong mentality. If you finish your first clear, you're perfectly fine and just back and then keep clearing. Because even if this camp, for example, is not up when you recall, by the time you reach here, this will have respawned. And then as you finish this will come up. And as you finish this will come up, etc., etc. You can keep farming. It's perfectly fine. You do not need to immediately gank once you finish your buff to buff clear, what I still don't think is correct. I think your first clear should be Krugs, Raptors, Red, full clear. Because if you can kite a little bit, you can probably full clear without a problem. The other part is you invade at the wrong times usually. Your invades are really a hit or miss. Like this blue invade was asking for suicide. It was almost a suicidal play if you knew what you were doing. Because you have so little knowledge of the enemy jungler's location. And if this blue had not been here, you would have probably gone here, and then you would have just straight up died because there's no way to get out. And when you have the good chance to invade, you do not. When you should be with your team, you are not. These are things you need to learn to identify. Like if you have a super strong person like your Jhin who's fucking 14 and 3, you want to play around him as much as possible. As you see what he's doing in these fights, he's like shitting on everyone by himself. Like granted, your Syndra and your Swain are doing AoE, but this guy is pumping out unbelievable amounts of damage. This is a point in the game where you definitely want to fight, and I don't know why you're insisting on doing scuttles, which isn't that efficient anymore as Yi, and always pushing out side lanes by yourself. Sure, this gets you caught up, and it's a very good decision, but it's a very good decision at times, but in other times, you're not where you need to be. You do not know where you need to be, and you do not know what is overextending, what is overstaying, when you should be where. These are things you need to learn through experience.